G'day everyone, Smitty here. I thought I would make a voiceover for my back session today. This was after deadlifts. Deadlifts didn't go very well at all, but that's a different story in a different video. The deadlifts took maybe half an hour, and then you'll see this workout took about 20 minutes. Started with banded or assisted pull-ups, neutral grip, and as you can see, I'm going nice and slow from the start, and then holding for a second at the top. And today what I was focusing on is not going down too slow. So the eccentric part of the movement, which on a pull-up is the lowering phase, the eccentric. Lately I've been going down, 4 or 5 seconds on the way down. And today I was experimenting with going down a little bit faster. It just makes a little bit more sense to me. We are stronger in the eccentric part of any lift, but that doesn't mean that I have to go slow on the eccentric from the start. So I tried to save the slow eccentrics to once I'd reached near failure on the concentric. So Matt is spotting me here. We went 1 for 1. I went, then he went. Had a really great workout, a great feel. Really felt good and felt strong. Wasn't counting reps, was just aiming for high effort. High intensity training, one all-out set to failure with great control. Trying to focus on my breathing. When you're getting down to these deep muscle fibers, it's a large, tax or toll on the body, and we need to get oxygen to those muscles so your body starts gasping for air. Personally, I like the feeling. I love pushing this hard. Felt this great amount in my biceps, and instead of the lats, I was feeling it a little bit more in the mid to upper back, which was different for me, but still felt good. Matt's pushing me really well. I was shaking, and there I am with the really slow eccentric at the end. And all done. Off to a good start. Didn't count the reps or anything like that, but it was over a minute of tension. Felt really good. Went into dumbbell rows. I put straps on for these so that grip is not a factor. It's nothing that's holding me back. We don't want to be held back by the forearms when I'm trying to train my back. Nice and controlled. I've got great connection with dumbbell rows, and it's something that I try and teach people is how to use their lats on a row. And we do that by dragging the weight back, especially at the start of the lift, controlled on the way down, not too slow on the way down, just like I was saying with the pull-ups. A controlled concentric so I can feel every muscle fiber and make them work hard. This makes the exercise harder, which makes your muscles work harder. This is a 27.5 kilo dumbbell. I'm already pulling faces, trying to stay in control, trying to get the breaths in. Nice slow start and then squeezing through the movement, trying not to jerk around too much. My initial plan on this exercise was actually to do 2 sets because it is hard to take yourself to failure on these. So I was open to the idea of maybe doing 2 sets. You can see those pecs and, not that the pecs are working, but the shoulders twitching there. My body is working hard. I could have squeezed out some half reps or some crap reps there. If I had a spotter for this type of exercise, would be hard. But if I had a spotter, they could maybe lift a few extra reps for me. But sometimes you can just do a second set to make sure that you've gotten down to the deepest muscle fibers of the back. But I honestly felt like this was enough. And sometimes you just know if it's enough, and sometimes it's not enough. So that's something that definitely comes with experience. So just know when you're training that every session you can also be learning. You can be learning about your body, what feels good and what doesn't. If you like light weights versus heavy weights versus controlled eccentrics or controlled concentrics, you get to choose, and you can mix it up. You can change it. There's no rules with this. There's just guidelines and what's best for you. Spiel, I didn't film from a little bit higher or take the shirt off to show the rig, even though I've got some extra weight on at the moment for this next competition. Just to be able to see the lines in the lats and stuff is normally pretty cool, but so you can see I'm doing some half reps on the right, couldn't even get all the way up. So I did some holds, just doing some holds there, and then slowly lowering. It felt like enough. Watching it back, if I was coaching someone, it'd be good to jump in there and just help a few extra forced reps. We went into some rear delt flies using the cables, and this was another one where I went in expecting to maybe do 2 sets, but again, I felt like 1 set was enough. So if you want to get the most out of your rear delts on this, you don't have to go all the way in on the cables. And a nice slow start. Have a look at this. When I lower it down, under control, not fast, but under control, slow start, and then squeeze throughout the movement to try and finish it. Going faster on anything helps you move more weight. It's why when you're trying to win a strongman or powerlifting competition, you should try and move the weight as fast as possible, as fast as safely possible, and you'll move more weight and perhaps win the competition. But when we're trying to make the muscles work hard, you want to go slow, or it helps. It's one technique is to go slow. Another technique could be to go heavier or to do more reps or more sets. But this way is the most time efficient. I find it fun. I love the feeling, the muscles, the deep pump. It's a much deeper pump in the muscles because we're getting to those fast twitch muscle fibers, which are the last to be recruited. The fast twitch muscle fibers are the biggest muscle fibers and responsible for the most growth, but they'll only be recruited when needed. So you need to go through your slow and medium twitch muscle fibers first, which is what these reps are doing. Here's the easy bar bicep curls. Really been enjoying these. Went a little bit heavier than last week, and I even added a drop set on these, which you'll see, and that's something that I instinctively did. I didn't plan, even at this point that you're watching right now, I wasn't planning on doing a drop set. Tommy came up to distract and be funny, and honestly, it did not even distract me at all. I was so focused. I was just watching myself. There's a mirror in front of me, and I was just watching myself and thinking of my muscles and my breathing, so it didn't annoy me at all that someone would come up. But yeah, I guess the fact that someone comes up to me and does that during training kind of shows that they think that maybe I'm just doing bicep curls whereas I am focused and almost in a meditative state when I'm doing this training. I'm so inside my body and inside my muscles. There was a cheat rep there just to get an extra eccentric, so you can see how slowly I went down there. And it was literally, as I put it down, I was like, that was hard, but I just feel like there's a tiny bit more there. So I did a drop set, quickly dropped most of the weight, changed the grip, leant forward a little bit. I think I started doing some half reps and things like that. I was just going by feel, guys. Drop sets are great. They can be effective. Sometimes they're not better. Sometimes they might be better. It's just another tool in your, tool belt, arsenal, weaponry in your arsenal. It's just more things and you'll know when to do it. Sometimes when you've been training for long enough, you'll just know if you need more training or not. And especially when you understand that more isn't always better. The more you do, the more there is to recover from. So we really just want to stimulate the muscle, which we do by just hitting those fast twitch muscles, and then go recover. And lately for the video, I've been flexing my biceps after the set. And I think that's a good technique for anyone that's new to lifting. Try posing or flexing your muscles, and you'll learn how to contract those muscles better and get a better workout. Ended with some grip training. Hopefully I've cropped most of this out, but I don't know what these grippers are rated to or anything like that. But by my count, I got 45 seconds on the right, which was a 3-second PB. And then I tried it on the left, and I can't remember what I got, 20 seconds or something. I was keeping track of this recently, typing it in my phone how long I could hold for. So it's good. I like it. Push to the limit. It's me shaking it. It ends up being quite mental. It's a very mentally tough challenge. Maddie's left-handed, so he tried it on the right and couldn't hold for very long. But this particular gripper is actually harder on the left. For everyone, not just right-handed people, just the way that the springs work. I don't know if it's all grippers, but the way that the springs work, it's just harder on the left. Grip isn't a fantastic one for me, but here's I'm working the forearms. You can see my biceps still going and both sides of the forearms, getting the job done. Grip is very important for us as we age. It can be a test of health, really. I've heard much about grip being a test of your overall strength and how well you could be aging. Here's a picture showing you that workout took me 22 minutes from the first video to the last video. Brief, intense, and infrequent exercise is the best for results. So go do a workout and push hard, and then go recover and live your life. See you guys.